Thank you, Madam Chair, and thank you for being here today, Secretary Bernhardt. I appreciate your appearance and justification of a budget that is a proposal, but nonetheless, it's a proposal that I'm very concerned about. Look, it has been said that the Land and Water Conservation Fund is the best conservation tool the federal government has to offer. I won't expect you to agree with that, but you've got to admit it's pretty darn effective, correct?
I
Big fan.
support the Land and Water Conservation Fund.
Okay.
I'm thrilled that you reauthorized it. I understand that our budget doesn't reflect that in your all's mind. I've been taken to the woodshed for it. I think I have a chance now that it's permanently authorized to make another pretty good fight in the next budget, but I know that doesn't.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was, just to be honest, it's at zero in your
know.
budget.
I know.
It's not even,
I know.
okay. So, if you're for it, I know your predecessor was for it. Did Mulvaney cross it out? I mean, how does it go to zero if you're the secretary?
It's quite a thing to go through that process. But overall, we ended up with 925 million more than that.
Yeah,
and we got the park maintenance backlog.
I got it.
So, but I understand.
I've got it. But I am of the belief, and you can agree or not, it doesn't matter, that this funding is more important now than ever before, and this program's been around for almost 50 years. And because I think these ecosystems are going to go away. And I think it is incumbent upon us to get it funded, not at zero, not at half, not at 600, but at 900 million, which is what it was first established at. That's worth far less now than it was when it was first.
I think there have been 2 or 3 years where that's actually happened.
When it's hit 900 million, but otherwise not. But I think that's where we should be, because I honestly will tell you that without it, they go away. And I would hope that because we were here last year and Ryan came in and talked about how he supported, but the numbers still stunk. And I got it. You're doing some stuff for parks and you need to be congratulated for that. But on the other side of the coin, LWCF at zero is beyond not acceptable.
I will say that every dollar we spent, I initiated a policy that every dollar we spend for access or for new acquisition has to include public access as a key component.
I think that's good.
Because we share that purpose.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. I am not an attorney. You are. And so I just had a couple questions with Badger 2, and it's just, these are straight up, no agenda behind them. But the appeal was dismissed, and the department said that the interveners have no standing. Is it possible to bring that case back up again?
So I think that ultimately the Attorney General makes the specific legal filing.
But as an attorney, and I'm asking this honestly.
I'm not sure. I'd have to look and see whether it was dismissed with prejudice or not. I honestly don't know.
But do you believe if it wasn't, then it can be brought back up again?
If it was dismissed
by the department?
If it was dismissed without prejudice, I'd have to look at it, and I'm happy to look at it and get back to you on it.
Okay, well, I think that's an important point if we're going to deal with Badger 2, as we both know is pretty sacred ground, especially for the Blackfeet. And it's something that I'm okay with your plan, but the plan's got to work, and it can't box things out.
I understand that. I mean, I think we have to win in the Court of Appeals.
No doubt. But if we have blocked ourselves out of going forward with that at a later date, I think we've made a mistake. Okay.
Roger that.
Okay. Rural water projects, it's kind of like the Land and Water Conservation Fund. In 1998, I ran for the state legislature. The project in north central Montana, if my memory serves me correct, was $100 million. The one in northeast was about the same. Those projects now are 4 times that much, maybe more, maybe 6 times that much. The funding level in this budget is not where it needs to be. And by the way, both those water projects have impacts upon tribal water compacts that have been passed long ago. I had the same fight with the previous administration. And And I'm sure it was the same thing in the Bush administration and the same thing probably in the administrations of Clinton and before that. How are we ever going to get these projects done if we're going to fund them at a pittance? It's not zero, not like the Land Water Conservation Fund, but it's pretty darn close in the overall scope of things.
Look, I really appreciate it. I began my career working on a water rights settlement as a lawyer, and it's fantastic when they get done, but it is a long road, and I understand that immensely, and we
So,
want to resolve them and bring them up here and have you resolve them because they matter to communities immensely, and I appreciate that.
the chairwoman, ranking member, have heard me say this before on other issues, but if they're the right thing to do and you don't fight for them, it's pretty hard. It's really pretty
Fair
hard.
enough.
Thank you very much for being here, Mr. Bernhardt. Thank you.